everyone, my name is Lakeland Lumpkin. I'm a dietetic intern from Bay Pines, VA, and today I'll be showing you how to make a hummus and veggie wrap-up. So this is a very simple, quick, easy recipe that you can make. It could be a meal, it could be a snack, and it's a great way to use whatever leftover vegetables you have around your house. So for this, you'll want to start by getting a tortilla. I have a whole wheat one here since it has a little more fiber in it. And you can also use a regular tortilla, street tacos, however you want to for this wrap. You can really get creative with it. So you want to start by getting hummus. You can either use one that is store-bought like this one, or you can make your own at home. And you'll want to first spread about 2 tablespoons of the hummus onto the tortilla. There we go. Doesn't have to be perfect, however much you want of that. And next you'll want to get your vegetables. You can use whatever kind you want, but today I'll be using some spinach, some cucumber, some carrots, some onion, and some tomato. So you'll want to get your salad greens, like the spinach, and you can put it right on top. So the salad greens and any kind of leafy greens are going to be really good because they have vitamin A, vitamin K, folate, and manganese, which can boost your immune system and increase energy levels. So you can use about half a cup or more depending on the size of your wrap and making sure you don't overstuff your wrap. Next I'm going to take the cucumber, and you'll need about 1/4 cup of these, thinly sliced, however much you want though. There we go. And now we have the carrots, and you can use about 2 tablespoons of shredded carrots. And these are full of beta carotene, potassium, fiber, and they increase your satiety levels, so they make you feel full faster. So they can also assist with weight loss, and they're also good for your eyes, and they can help lower cholesterol levels. Now we have the tomato. And this is about 2 tablespoons again. It doesn't have to be exact, and it can be whatever kind of tomato you have on hand. So for the tomatoes, they're heart healthy and they can help decrease cancer risk since they're full of lycopene, fiber, potassium, and vitamin C. Now we have the onion. I have a little bit of red onion. You can use however much, however little you want. And you can also sub it for sweet onion, yellow onion, or if you're not a fan of onion at all, you can of course leave it out. There we go. And finally, you'll want to top it with just a little bit of a vinaigrette, ranch, Thousand Island, whatever you prefer. Just get a little bit on there. Now is the difficult part, the only difficult part of this recipe. Making sure you can roll it up so that it's nice and tight and fits all within the wrap. And there's no method to this madness, you just have to roll it as you can and make sure that everything stays inside. Of course, you might have a little bit of stuff fall out the sides, but that's fine. You can always pick that up and eat it after, or just squish it back into the sides. All right, and that is it. Now you can cut it in half. You can cut it into pinwheels, however you prefer. And like I was saying, it could be a meal, it could be a snack. It's a good way to expose family members to new recipes. And there we go. It's also a great way to try new vegetables, to use whatever else you have on hand, and to decrease food waste since you can use whatever you have from previous recipes or anything left over, something you grew in your garden too. And 1 serving is 1 wrap. And in this 1 wrap, if you follow it the way that I just made it, it's about 250 calories, 12 grams of fat, with 3 of those being saturated fat, 555 milligrams of sodium, 29 grams of carbs depending on the whole wheat wrap or regular wrap that you use. You'll have to check that yourself. And then the fiber is going to be about 6.5 because it is a whole wheat wrap. And then protein is 7 grams, even without adding any kind of extras. And you can also, if you want to have more protein, you can add diced up eggs, a little bit of canned tuna, some chicken, however you want. And if you get tired of having the same kind of wrap, if you start making this a couple times a week, you can put some different spices on it, different kinds of dressings, change it up however you want. It's very creative what you can do with this kind of dish. All right, and then any kind of other non-starchy vegetables will also be good. So you can include bell peppers, mushrooms, zucchini. Just make sure that you do cook those if you do use those, since if you use zucchini, you might want to cook it down a little bit, and that'll give you a bunch of other nutrients. So then you want to plate your dish. And if you don't finish this dish on the same day, you'll want to make sure that you put it in the fridge, and after about 3 days, you'll want to make sure you throw it away since those veggies can go bad. Now you can enjoy this, and stay tuned to the VA's website for more recipes and demonstrations. Thank you.